Carlos and Dave Anime Rave. Offensive content, spoilers, giant-ass spoilers for anything with Wayushita Aru in the title. Yuki Yuna, Washiosumi, Nogi Wakaba, they're all part of the same series. Funny enough, this anime is not an adaptation of any of those light novels. It's actually just a sequel to one and kind of a precursor to another. So, this is weird. These aren't adaptations. It's literally the first chapter of this ongoing story was a light novel. And the light novels suck, and unfortunately that one does too. The second chapter was this animated series, and the third chapter is another light novel, unfortunately, because as mentioned, light novels suck. This is a retrospective and dub review, which means we're watching something we've already watched. Spoilers, huge spoilers. We're going to spoil all of the plot twists even before they happen. Dave, what is your hero system color, and why?
Blue.
Someone's already using blue, asshole. You need to pick another one.
Oh, look at that. Vertex got her.
You're unbelievable. You're unbelievable. No Vertex is killing Precious Togo before she admits her feelings to Yuna and they plan a future together. Preferably away from the Taisha.
And the Vertex that got her had a spinning text box.
Don't do it! Don't do it! Don't do it!
Hashtag just for
Folks, this has been the Carlos Dave Anime Rave. We're gonna stop here because Dave's gonna die, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna play both parts because Dave's gotta die.
Just friends!
I hate you so much. I hate you so much. Alright, let's go watch Itsuki make horrible tarot readings about her future. Actually, this is going to be a good test for the dub, because there's some singing in this episode, and in a later one. So, obviously, we've seen just now, they're not going to go the route of just play it in Japanese and sub it. They're actually going to dub the songs. So, this is going to be an interesting test.
Yeah, can we also agree that, music class in school was bullshit?
It's the worst.
Unless you took it as an elective and therefore gave a damn.
Not only did I not give a damn, I also had terrible music teachers who would often just mock the class and had anger management issues. And if any of them recognize me and are listening, go fuck yourselves, all of you. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
Anything else you want to share?
You're the one who brought up music class.
Didn't realize it was one of your triggers.
You don't mock triggers. Triggers they're important things to warn people about, so that they don't have weird anxiety panic attacks about the Vertex that are gonna ruin these poor girls' lives. And you know what? Why don't you just fatality yourself?
Sorry, the Frey won't let me.
The what? We should note that the intros and outros to the show change depending on the circumstances of what's going on in the plot. For example, the intro of this episode actually snuck Karin in, and the outro of last episode onward also snuck Karin in.
Yeah.
And they stuck things like Togo's hero form after she transformed in the second episode. So it's good. The intro and outro avoid spoilers, which I think is nice.
And more important, I actually prefer to skip intros for a while, because they do end up spoiling who can be main characters, who can be supporting characters. You don't know if that person coming in is... If you don't watch the intro and the exit, it leaves a little bit up to your imagination as far as the importance of some characters.
Well, sometimes the outro can be very misleading, like Ugaro the animation, where poor Lara is dead, and is not going to go through any of those situations she was in the outro. She is dead, Dave. Buried. Done. She has ceased to be. She is no longer of this world.
Yeah, she's just a friend.
Alright. So we're gonna do a little bit of roleplay, Mario 2 roleplay. You're gonna be a shy guy, and that wall is gonna be another shy guy.
Don't worry, I won't shy away.
Somebody help me! Get me out of here! I'm trying to kill myself, and this stupid fairy keeps stopping me. I don't think it understands the hurt.
Go, my minions! Go!
Now that'd be a scary thought.
You seem down. What's wrong?
You know, I'm just gonna comment on this right here. I noticed that a lot of different shows have plot points and are actually based off of tales that happened in the Seto Island Sea.
Is that where 1942, the NES game, took place?
Maybe. No, there's lots of different tales around like mermaids and other Kappa-like creatures. Lots of mystical stuff.
Lots of mystical things, and as we all know in Japan, every mystical creature does something to your anus. Kappas try to crawl up your anus. The little umbrella things, I'm sure, have to do with your anus. Like, a surprising amount of Japanese folklore mythological creatures want to ravage your asshole.
I don't know if you're joking or not right now.
I am half joking. Only half.
Werewolf? It's a cat! Itsuki? Huh? Yeah? What? What's wrong? What's with all the sighing?
Oh. Well, I have a singing test coming up in music. I was checking my fortune to see how I'd do. Death in the upright position signifies failure, disaster, the end.
Come on, don't worry about it. It's just fortune telling. It's no big deal.
Yeah, she's right. You'll probably end up with a totally different result if you tried a second reading. Hey, look at it this way. You got 4 of a kind, so you're actually lucky. 4 of a
Itsuki! Sweetie! Give me those cards!
It's okay. I just to help her along, I slid in a few more death cards in there for her.
This is a bad omen! This means quit the... This is not about your singing test anymore! Get out! Get out!
Let's see, how am I...
You're gonna make your older sister break down in spectacular fashion!
But Carlos, the first one was she wanted to know about her voice test. The next one was about her sister's sight. The next one was about Yuna's taste.
And of course Yuna tries to be like, oh, 4 of a kind's good, right? This is not poker! Also, if I'm playing poker and someone's playing 4 death cards, we got a cheater on our hands. 4 is actually an unlucky number in Japanese folklore. So that's...
Really?
Yeah, that's double bad. You know how deep 4 pervades? In the Castlevania games that have hit points, Death usually has 4,444 hit points. In Sonic Shuffle, all of the cards were beneficial to get except for the 4, which was bad.
So basically, 4 for the Japanese is like 6 for us.
Well, it's sort of like their 666 kind of deal, right? Yeah.
Or their 13th floor.
Sure. Of which there are many of in buildings.
Actually, there's very few buildings still that have a 13th floor.
That's not what I see. I see plenty because, I think people are starting to come around to the fact that you know, superstition is bullshit for the most part.
Most of the high-rises in the city still go 12, 14.
I think I'm going to need you to provide me some floor maps. One weird thing about Togo is that she is... So, these are the priorities in Togo's life, okay? Number 1, Yuna. Number 2, her other friends. Number 3, hyper-Japanese nationalism. And apparently she's a big fan of the Japanese nationalist era propaganda of World War II, which is very bad because, well, the Japanese definitely had a few very bad things happen to them, like atomic bombs, which should not have been dropped. The fact is, they've also committed some horrible crimes to their neighbors at the same time, right? Like the Chinese and the Koreans. And, yeah, okay, in the context of here, that was 300 some years ago when there was still a planet. But, still, kinda creepy.
Kind of like somebody in Germany saying Nazi propaganda.
Yeah, pretty much. It'd be exactly like that, basically.
Gotcha. Though, you know, you mentioned about the singing at the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And so far, we're not getting any screechy, early anime dub singing.
I do like that we got to compare what the lyrics were, so they're pretty close. Yeah, it's pretty good, it's pretty good.
Improve her singing. I think if you can produce alpha waves with your voice, you'll pretty much nail it. Alpha waves? Good music is usually explained by the proper balance of alpha waves. Really?
Yo, Togo, how you do that shadow thing with your hands? Like,
Really well when
I'm thinking that because
What they don't realize that all she needs to do is the Kamehameha stance, and she starts problems with energy.
It's like stop gathering latent energy there, Togo. It's bad for. It's bad. Actually, no, keep gathering, and we're gonna do a reckoning bomb on whatever poor vertex comes through the wall next.
Taisha's that way. Aim that way.
Yes, and then the vertex. I gotta see we got our priorities straight. Apparently, one of the episodes that was cut to make this fit to 12, and material that is expanded upon a bit in the expanded universe, is the fact that Itsuki and Karin have a bit of a rapport, because they're both shorter and they're both kind of self-conscious about it, and Karin kind of takes a mentor role to Itsuki sometimes when her sister's not around. So she kind of like looks after her for things like this. So I'm not too surprised that she's kind of starting this habit, because it's something that does continue on, even though there was supposed to be an episode that expanded upon it a lot more.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who are those masked motherfuckers who came to the door?
Also, here's another way that Taisha are incompetent. You need some PR, Taisha. You need to learn that walking around in your freaky masked kimono garbage forms is slightly off-putting, and is gonna make me think, hey, these people are invading my home, it's time to punch some people in the brain.
I was thinking more of how do people around them don't start like, what the fuck is going on?
Like, wear a suit, bring flowers, hire talkers, hire
Grief counselors.
hire counselors, get some PTSD specialists on board, and stop being creepy, priestly fucks. We're not being fair. Really, the Taisha are trying to help, and the Shinju-sama
In the worst way.
Yeah, you know what the Taisha are? They're a slightly more competent version of DC's Guardians of Oa. Slightly more competent, because I'm pretty sure the Guardians of Oa...
They made changes?
I'm pretty sure the Guardians of Oa are directly responsible for this Earth's vertex problem. And the fact that all of it except this one island is gone. Alright, so that was episode 4, Yuki as a Hero. We got to see the application to this singing contest thing that Itsuki made. I'm sure that won't factor into someone's horrific breakdown later. Maybe. Possibly.
Sorta, kinda.
Sorta, kinda. So this was our shit gonna hit the fan soon episode. Lots of death cards. Kinda wanna watch the next episode. Just because I know it's action-packed and it doesn't quite end sadly.
Sure.
Alright. Folks, this has been episode 4 of Yuki as a Hero, the dub, retrospective dub, review, retrospective dub.
I can't
review.
quite call this a dream yet.
Dub.
It's just
Where can they
something I want
find
to
more?
try.
They can find more, Dave,
But the
at
reason why
carlsanddaveanimerave.com.
as long as I work hard.
And what else can they find there?
They can find our other anime raves for other shows that may or may not have ominous things
Specifically.
about to happen in them, such as Gravity Falls. I was about to say Steins Gate. I meant to say Steven Universe,
Well, you said Steins Gate.
which is only about 158,000 times better than Steins Gate.
Yep.
But then again, earlier I took one of those wet
Just
runny
stop.
shits, and that's way better than Steins Gate. So
Gross.
I know Steins Gate is disgusting. I agree.